there comes a time when you probably ought to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
That's okay. I've been listening since 10. I can't make anything out of it.
What am I accountant? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh my God, what world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid? Go over there this afternoon. Throw your worm in the water. See how that works out.
Throw your worm in the water means something different in Los Angeles.
Well, it means about the same thing here in Kenosha. Wow, things haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make heads or tails which part is which.
Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right?
Get through what you got to get through, Scott.
This program is a real challenge.
This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the June 15th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today weekly report on this gorgeous Father's Day weekend, which will probably be ending shortly about noon when the rains hit.
When the rain starts, yep.
We've heard your weather report on WLIP. I think Pete did that, but mine's going to be 85 degrees, light breezes out of the southwest.
So fake news. Got it.
Sure, you can spin it that way if you want. Now you're coming alive, right? We are coming to you live, speaking of that, from Studio A here at AM 1050, soon to be relocating to the Gurney Mills Shopping Mall. And we are streaming live and booming across the soon to be very soggy cornfields again of the Midwest, reaching out to over 1.4 million listeners residing here in the Tri-County area. We are being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. Back with us this morning, the fixer, Elmo Schneider, joins us here in the Enchanted Kingdom this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Also back with us, my boyhood hero, our video coordinator, The Spider Love, joins us here at Camp Happy Face.
Hey, everybody.
I missed you, boys. I'm so lonely. Don't leave me.
Come on, you're going to make Gunga feel bad.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're just.
I don't care.
This must be Wacky Wing Bobblehead Day.
Oh, shucks. You missed Ron and Elmo. I'm wiping the tear from my eye, buddy.
Okay, engineering and board operating. The Kenosha Today trolley ride this morning, a very tearful Wacky Wing.
Very tearful.
Is here.
Don't even know how I got through the week without Elmo or Ron being here last week. Oh, jeez. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how. It was a near thing.
Anyway, there was an article in the paper today about a new occupant that's going to start renting.
Who? Elmo and Ron?
Parkside.
They just took a week off, man.
Parkside lending plans, moving to 360 square foot here, the building, probably very, very soon. And the new one's being remodeled, being remodeled down in the Gurney Mills Shopping Mall.
I would hope so, yeah.
So, Elmo, it looks like our plans to have a Kenosha Today brothel in this building are pretty much dead in the water, huh?
Well, 360 square feet is like one office in here. That's it.
Well, okay, but the rest of it, I don't know, this whole thing's got to be at least 8,000 square feet.
About 5, I would guess.
And the way all these rooms are divided, making this
who knows what the new owner's going to do with it.
Brothel. Talk to us. Come see us.
Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House. Anyway, somewhere along the line this morning, our new Kenosha Today Director of Community Events, Bubba the Bouncing Trolley Driver, will call us and give us his message of community service. And I didn't read about any major arrest down in Libertyville, so I would assume that Gunga made it back to Illinois without incident. Mm-hmm. You didn't see anything in the papers, the Daily Herald or anything?
No, I must have glossed over that.
It was a picture, big, busted. And he's got a raincoat over his head, hands in cuffs. And, of course, the newcomer on the block, I don't know, she didn't call us last week, but Big Bosom. Big Bosom. It's been so long I can't even pronounce it. Big Bosom Breath from Bristol will enlighten us with her sense of humor. Trying to keep it real and on the red-hot airways here at WLIP. This week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge is sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And the Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word. And the first caller to say that will win a $20 Boathouse gift card. We haven't paid out in a while.
Big surprise. You got to realize who's putting the contest on as to whether they're going to pay out on a frequent basis.
Are you trying to suggest that I'm running some kind of scam here?
No scam at all.
I mean,
just because this week's word is like Ecclesiastes, that doesn't come up in a conversation whatsoever, has nothing to do with it whatsoever. No, you're not running a scam.
Well, don't give away the tips.
Well, it'll be okay.
Czechoslovakia.
Right, yeah. Stuff that comes up in normal conversation all the time. I'm always talking about how Wisconsin is like Czechoslovakia. Just a quick jaunt across the border, yeah.
Anyway, if you do say the secret word, I'll
by some act of God.
That's about what it's going to take.
Yep.
Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Welcome back, Elmo and Ron,
Thank
and
you,
hello
Shirley.
to everyone else.
And see, Wayne and I have been here through thick and thick, and even thicker thick, and you don't even mention our names.
We're just part of the everybody. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm strangely comfortable with that, Shirley.
well,
Thank
Elmo
you.
and Ron were gone, so I thought I'd welcome them back.
2 questions. But Father's Day is tomorrow.
Only 2?
Well, I only got 2 hours to kill.
You don't want to spend the whole time? Okay.
What are you going to do for Father's Day tomorrow?
We're cooking steaks on the grill.
Sounds good.
What time do you want us over?
After 1.
Oh, is that when you're? What are you eating at 11?
Yeah. No, I called it just to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Well,
And Scott, I really appreciate when you read that I am the flag. I cry every time you do it so well.
He was drunk that day. I don't know how he made it through.
Wonderful tribute, I'm telling you.
well, thank you. Actually, I wrote that was some years ago for Veterans Day, but I was just thinking about that. The first time I did it live was at the Lighthouse down on Simmons Island for Flag Day, which was I think Thursday was Flag Day, and
Yesterday.
Yesterday was it? Okay.
Yes, yesterday was.
Flag Day.
And
yeah.
I didn't see a whole lot of people. I don't think people know that it was Flag Day. I didn't see the Kenosha News hardly did anything about commemorating the Flag Day.
Yeah, yesterday was Flag Day. It's on the calendar. It says Flag Day.
Okay.
But no, that is that is just the most wonderful
It's so
tribute.
beautiful, Scott. I don't know. Oh, my God. We should play it again today just because.
Could you play it again
Oh,
today?
nothing
really
would
was
bring
the
me more
best
joy.
Part of your show last week was that.
I cry a lot when Scott reads some stuff, but not necessarily that.
For that reason. Well, maybe we'll see if anybody else wants to hear it maybe later in the second hour. Right, Wayne?
I would appreciate it.
All he needs is a little prompting. Thank you, Shirley.
And you read that request?
Just please do it because it's wonderful.
Well, you read that
What are all of you fine gentlemen doing for Father's Day?
Well, I'm Wayne. What are you doing for Father's Day?
I'm going to go hang out in Chicago with my son.
All right, boy.
Cool.
And Elmo?
Yeah, having a little family get-together. So
Spider?
kids are coming in.
Not a thing.
Scott, are you getting together with all the children that you don't know about?
That's why I have to rent out the boathouse. Actually, no, there's just the 2. And then, of course, I had that special knee operation back in '86. But at any rate, what I want to ask you about, Shirley, is how did you commemorate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment? You know what the 19th Amendment is?
Yes, I didn't do anything really.
I should have made a poem about the 19th Amendment, but I don't know if anybody would want to hear that one.
No, I like the flag better.
Who would have thought that 100 years ago we would have come this far with people like Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi and Elizabeth Warren and Irish Ruth and that group? Just see if anybody's out there listening.
Quite a group.
Are you there?
Yeah, I don't know, but no, don't. They've something else nowadays. That's for sure.
Well,
that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Scott, don't forget Stormy Daniels, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget her.
I don't care if she votes or not. But all right, Shirley. Well, you thanks for calling, and we'll see if we have any lull in this morning's program. We may play it or we may not.
Oh, I'm sure you might have.
Might as well just play it the rest of the show.
No, this whole program is a lull.
All right, later.
Okay, just happy Father's Day to everyone.
Thanks, Shirley.
Thank you, Shirley.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Anybody wanna call us?
Bye-bye.
This is our Father's Day tribute. You're going to call in and recognize your father. 262-694-1050.
Hey, Scott, you got your bike ready for Thursday?
What's my bike for?
Your bicycle for Thursday.
What's Thursday?
Food, folks, and smokes.
Oh, that is that this week?
Yeah.
Had to remind him of that
Food,
disaster.
folks, and spokes. Yeah, I'm not going
You
nowhere
got a-
near that place.
You got a tree you want to get close to, or
Take down.
Boy, I almost met my demise right there on that big oak tree. coming
so
down there.
close?
Really? Coming down here, coming down on the south side of Library Park there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the guy that
I've heard the story 13 times. We're
had a
okay.
$300
There
bike.
ain't no brakes in this bike.
Right? I've only worked with him 2 years. I've heard the story 13 times. Yeah. It's okay. Let's tell it again. Scott, regale us with the tale. What happened exactly with the guy with no brakes on his bike that you borrowed?
Well, I demolished it. It hit the curb.
It hit the curb.
And
How fast were you going when you hit the
I
curb,
estimated
Scotty?
at least 30
At least 30. Downhill
with the wind.
with the wind at your back, helping you along, getting you to that 30 miles an hour. You hit the curb. Oh, were you scared, Scott?
It was God's will that I lived.
A near thing indeed.
Well, I was trying to make the turn on the southeast corner there, getting
Yes.
onto, what is that, 7th Avenue?
Yep.
And I didn't have any brakes.
No brakes.
I didn't discover that until I had.
You were going around
down-
that curve, yeah.
And so the thing hit the
Curb. Yeah.
and kind of mangled the bike, and off I go over the handles.
So you went up over the handlebars
Yeah,
into an oak tree.
that was padded.
It was a padded oak tree because they knew people were going to go around that corner too fast. So they were prepared for you. At least they padded the oak tree. Scott, by an act of God, you've made it here today from that near accident, near fatal accident. Lo, those many
brink
years
of
ago.
You know,
Ah.
I ripped my shirt,
I'm sorry I brought it.
Oh my goodness! You ripped your shirt,
and I got muddy. And
Oh, my gosh.
I'm laying there.
Yeah.
And here's one of these food folks and spokes guy with a vest on, the yellow vest.
Sure, there to keep an eye on you. Yeah,
He says, "Can I help you up, son?" Of course, I was only like early 40s at the time.
Sure.
And I was dazed,
well, for sure.
which probably explains a lot of.
It all went down. You decided you needed a TV show soon after that accident. I see what happens now. All right.
And so I limped up, and my legs were all muddied and
Yeah.
and scuffed up, and I was bleeding. Not
Oh my
profusely,
goodness.
But I could have been really serious.
Oh.
I could have suffered brain damage.
Could have. all right. You know,
That's the problem.
You know, and that day, I didn't even wear a helmet. I didn't think I
didn't think you needed one.
But,
Yeah.
but the problem, really, after I survived this ordeal, now I got to come back to the starting line with this guy's bike that's all, and he's getting ready to go into the big featured race. He'd come
Sure.
from someplace in Iowa
Sure.
to race on this thing, and that was not.
I'm imagining that conversation didn't go well.
No. I told, and you know what? Nobody even called the rescue squad for me.
Oh, it's only barter.
So he'll get.
Was that before or after you would run for mayor? Once or twice?
After.
The first or the second time?
The first time was 96. This was probably about 2000.
Okay.
I'd already been doing the television show. For
So you'd
3
been
years.
doing the television show for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So people knew who you were.
That's
You would
probably
run
why-
for mayor. You would run for mayor and failed already.
Yeah, well, sure, you spin it like that.
Okay. Yeah, it was a near loss. It was a couple hundred votes, whatever.
You know what it was? After that year, and that happened,
Yeah.
they disbanded that and put in a little kid's Hot Wheels
Sure.
thing. It was
Big
probably-
wheel.
Big
Big wheel.
wheels. I'm sorry.
wheel. Yeah, yeah.
25 yards, but all these little kids, they had them all bundled up with
Sure.
helmets and everything.
Wrapped in plastic wrap. I got it. Bubble wrap, making sure they don't get hurt.
Actually, now that I recall, what happened is they were getting ready to start, and I told this little 5-year-old kid, he's got snot running down his nose, "Get off your bike, kid. I got this covered. I'll place for you."
And then he ran that into the tree.
Ran that into the tree. It explains so much. All right.
Hospital's close.
Yeah, Ron, bring up some more stories I can tell. Right? Thanks a lot. Hey, for you guys that are looking for a part-time job, actually, I'm going to read this first. Low unemployment has employers struggling to find workers, and as the unemployment rate continues to drop, local employers are struggling to fill positions. So what better way to seek qualified new hires than to take advantage of the very low Kenosha Today advertising rates and increase your ability to fill these positions? There are approximately 1.4 million people living in the WIP listening area, reaching as far south as Chicago, west to Lake Geneva, and in the northern suburbs of Milwaukee. So if you're looking to fill any job, give me a call, 262-652-6767, 652-6767, and we'll get you all squared.
Any job?
Yeah.
I asked this specifically because for like the last 2 hours, there's a little piece of paper just sitting on the desk, and it doesn't bode well for your manliness. I'm just saying that you've got Gunga coming in. Like last week, you were prompting him to touch your shoulder. You were sad that he'd never laid a hand on you.
I was baiting him.
Yeah, exactly. And now you have this picture. Please, Scott, enlighten our listeners as to what exactly is your mindset with this picture. Is this just something you hang in your bathroom for those long, lonely nights?
I like the way you build up the act.
This is how you build up an act, Scott.
This is
take
radio.
notes.
Okay. Now, can I get to this? Speaking
Well,
of...
in fact, I insist that you do get to this. Well, maybe not like right now. I don't want a beefy bow hunk walking around the studio giving you a shoulder rub. But
it's this or I'm the flag. What do you want?
Oh, jeez.
What we're referring to is...
Yes.
I got this in Frank
got this in the
Carmichael's
mail?
wonderful... wonderful magazine Happenings. The Sugar Shack is now hiring.
Really?
And they used my picture in this ad without my permission.
They used your... I saw that picture, and what was that, like when you were 18?
No, those are six-pack abs.
I know, but...
They're a little different than these six-pack abs.
I was going to say that... What, did they use a picture from when you were 18?
Well, here's what you got to do. You got to...
Drink a lot to think that you look like that?
Listen, they have Friday and Saturday shows.
Beer
at
goggles.
10, 8,
Egg goggles.
10, and 12. And it's out in Lake Geneva.
It is.
And I'm not going to give the phone number here, but they are hiring.
They are.
For guys, I was going to wait.
Just for guys?
What's the Sugar Shack?
Well, they've got girls.
Girls, too.
Oh, they do?
They only have guys.
Yeah, I know you only clipped out the picture for the guys.
Well, I
nights a
didn't
week.
know.
Transgender.
I thought it was just guys that were dancing at the Sugar Shack.
Oh, no. Poor Scott doesn't understand that, yes, girls dance too.
Well-
I've put many a girl at the Sugar Shack through college now.
Hey,
Thank you.
Hey, Spider.
Yes.
I can wear my red dress and blonde wig, and I can do
There
two
you go.
auditions, right?
Probably get one show and then you throw me out.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
This is Gunga from Libertyville.
Oh, you called in to
Speaking
save the day.
Speaking of beefy bow hunks, let's go on,
Yes,
Lagunga.
well, I was thinking about you, Wayne.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Beef.
Hey, were you aware that the Sugar Shack was one hiring and that they also had girls out there?
I was aware of it.
Oh.
Not interested in it, but aware of it.
Oh, well.
However, I've come across. I after the show last time,
Yeah.
I stopped over and it was discussing a possible sponsor.
Who's that?
I went over to Club Icon.
That
you go.
fits very well. Yes.
I talked to a man named Butch, and he's interested in speaking to you. But my only advice to you would be to wear possible barbed wire around your rectum.
Wow.
Don't wear chaps, in other words. Okay.
Yeah.
That's correct. Not the ones that he likes to wear when we're in bed.
Oh, easy with that. People, they
Sort of
hang
listen
on your
to
every
this.
word and think you're serious. We're not serious with this, are we?
We're not.
Hey, I heard you got chastised by another radio show host this time during the week.
Oh, how are you aware of that? You actually listened to his show?
No, I didn't. I was golfing, but I had 3 calls that explained.
I did not know Mr. Palmer and I were exclusive. I wonder if he says the same thing to Shirley, who calls on every show.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden my phone's lit up. I goes, "What? My house must be on fire." And
Yeah, somebody just broke into the garage. No biggie.
and apparently,
How long will he be there, Wayne? I'm going to sneak into his garage right now.
You've got until noon.
and don't drink all my wine.
No, certainly not. Not like last time.
Bathtub gin.
And stay out of the boxed wine too, because I might have a guest tonight.
Oh yes, that expensive $5.99 a gallon stuff. Yes, that's really.
So you got taken to the
I
woodshed.
wouldn't bathe my camel's feet in it.
So you got taken to the woodshed by a radio talk show as well.
Oh, I feel so violated.
So the one guy that
I
called
wish
me.
I was for as much things I have said and produced over there. I wish I got paid for everything I contributed.
Oh, don't encourage
So
these
do I.
guys. I'll pay you in barter coin.
Yeah.
I want nothing from no one.
Okay, well, that's what you're going to get.
Although I don't
In
want to be
spades.
ridiculed on the radio for something that's free.
Well,
It may not be good, but it's free.
hey, one quick question, then I got another caller to take here. But
Well, it's about time somebody called.
Bailing you out, yeah.
Thank you. I
Now-
appreciate that phony call, Wayne.
with you,
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll hang up in just a minute.
You had 9 wives. How many kids you got? Is there another Gunga or
I
a
have
Gungette walking around?
I have two. You're not paying any attention? Blue Boy and Pampers.
He doesn't
Well,
listen to
if I-
your words.
Two of the finest sons that you could possibly have.
Gunga 2 and Gunga 3, huh?
No, Blue Boy and Pampers.
Blue Boy and Pampers.
Oh, Blue Boy and Pampers. All right. All
Do you
right.
know what those are even?
No. Don't challenge me here.
Yes, that's true. And the word for the day is
Ecclesiastes.
Rumpelstiltskin.
All right, I got to take some calls. Thanks, Gunga. Call me back later
Thank you.
if the show hits a lull. Probably not going to happen, but good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
I want to talk about American Motor.
All right.
All right.
Bubba, the bouncing trailer driver, calling with his community tip of the day.
You know, the streetcar line's going to be real popular here in a few weeks to become the 4th of July. See?
Okay.
Thank your older person for that luxurious streetcar line that we have.
My older person.
You'll be hard-pressed to find a seat to catch the fireworks down by the lakefront.
Well,
see?
finally, they better put all 5 of them out there and use them. That's at least it's transporting people. That's what it was meant to do, not just drive around
Yeah,
and
yeah.
vacant. You know what?
Noticing around the city of Kenosha that there's a lot of properties that haven't been properly mowed.
Okay, so
That is a problem.
there's
Just call your older person, say, give them a location, and have that lot mowed.
otherwise they get fined, or the city will go do it and
Charge them.
charge them.
As they should, say.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what I always like to.
And don't put tube televisions on the parkways. I've still seen. I drive around the city. I have a lot of houses. See,
Yeah.
I'm a landlord.
Yeah.
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 Oh, sure. I get a call from a tenant. Your door is broken.
Oh.
My door?
Yeah, well, you own the property, don't you? Is Bubba still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your spigot needs repair.
Well, get on with it, Mr.
I
Landlord.
recommend using Angie's List to try to find a reputable handyman to fix some of your at-home projects.
Okay.
And be aware of the scam artists because they're still around here in Kenosha.
Okay.
My word of advice before the 4th of July is, of course, no money down. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
You're able to use the phrase of get out and stay out whenever needed.
Okay. I got it.
Never giving any money down.
Right. Because they're scam artists. Then you can tell when they got the wheelbarrow full of dirt coming up the driveway.
I've got
right?
all kinds of stories, see.
Okay. Well,
Not enough time, though, to share them all.
well, that's probably a shame.
Yep.
All right, Bubba, I got to go. You're going to have be celebrating Father's Day tomorrow?
Are you people giving away any free stuff today?
Advice.
Yeah.
Advice.
Oh, sure. I have a lot of advice, see.
Okay. All right, Bubba, I got to run.
I want to take a stab at that secret word.
Go ahead.
Grilled shrimp over rice.
Boy, you were so close.
That's very close.
All right, Bubba, I got to run.
How about rice pilaf, see?
Okay, rice pilaf. All right, Bubba, thank you for the call, and we look forward to your participation as always.
Remember, call the older person and have these properties mowed properly.
Okay, we're all
Not a
over
good
it.
look for the city of Kenosha.
Right, we're all over it.
Have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
You too.
You know what I like to do the best is take a brown bag lunch, one of those little things of wine, and get on the trolley and give him a $5 and see if he can make change for it.
All right. Part of the fun. Yeah.
And then I have to go back to my little computer and figure out if he actually gave me the right change.
There's always that.
All right, nobody got the secret word. Oh,
Yep.
real quick, the top 10, after the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, written on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, the top 10 Father's Day gifts here in Kenosha this year. And, of course, then we'll play Stumped Chumps. And this week for High Five Zingers and Doofuses, we're going to let the listeners.
No, I can't even believe that.
Well, it's called...
You're slacking off.
No, it's called audience participation.
Yeah?
If you want to give us a high five or salute, 262-69-1050. And if you want somebody you want to take the task, 262-69-1050.
In the past...
1050. You're leaving a number.
Whatever.
So, in the past, like 6 weeks, you have prompted for someone to call in and give a high five.
He's been working on his golf games.
Right.
Yes.
I don't care what the excuse is. But in those 6 weeks, we have not done that bit because we have not gotten a single phone call doing such a thing.
I'll tell you what, there's one right here, this last call before the break.
You want to talk? All right.
I'll bet you.
You think it's going to be what you think it is?
Yeah. Good morning, you're in Kenosha today.
Good morning. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
The same thing we pretend to do every week, make it through 2 hours without killing ourselves.
This is Scotty's secret admirer, and I just wanted to say hello.
That's fantastic. He changed the garage door code because of you.
Oh, good. I have a question for Scotty.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty, what color is the moon?
My moon?
He's been playing golf in the nude, so it's probably tan right now, not as blindingly white as it would be in the winter.
I'm trying to eliminate my tan lines, you see.
You guys have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hey, don't you want to hear my answer?
No, she didn't care about the answer. She'll find out later.
The moon was
She's
made out of green cheese.
Yeah, right.
There
is that distinct possibility in Scotty's
that green
world,
fuzz,
too.
that must go. Elma must be right because I got a lot of that and a carton of milk in my refrigerator. Expiration date. I thought 2016 in June was a good year for milk.
It's probably a good year.
All right, we'll be back in once again. What is that?
Well, this is a band called My Darkest Day, and the name of the song is Porn Star Dancing. For those of you
Perfect.
I don't know about you, Scotty. I mean, obviously, beefy bohunks are more your thing, but I can't think of a better way to spend my Father's Day.
Hey, what if my grandsons are home listening to this?
Well, luckily, we turned it down before they talk about it too much.
That's how my daughter disciplines them. The 16 and 14. You go in the room, put the radio on, and
listen
turn
to
it loud.
Uncle Scotty, yeah. Well, they're already convinced about Holy Moly. I think we got nothing to worry about.
Hey, you want to hear that story again?
No, I think
Anyway.
17 times is enough. We're good.
Welcome to the June 15th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report on this.
Most repeated stories in the history of radio.
Hey, there could be 1 or 2 people in that 1.4 million that haven't heard some of this.
There is that distinct possibility.
Hardly anybody knows I ever ran for mayor and lost twice.
No, not a single soul knows that.
We are coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050. WIP, we're spreading the love, I guess, this Father's Day weekend. Red hot airways of
Spreading
WIP.
something here.
We could grow fields of corn on the
That's
manure
right.
we've spread here.
I hope Mr. Perry's not listening.
He's busy on the other side.
That's good.
I'm good for 2 hours.
All right.
Why?
Well,
Are you worried?
anytime I see him, I don't think he's coming in to shake my hand.
He's definitely not coming in today. You got nothing to worry about.
Again, we invite you to join the thousands of fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. And we are brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. Again, in the house of cheer this morning, Elmo the Fixer Schneider.
Good morning.
Joins our encounter group, and also rejoining us again, the Kenosha Today Love Doctor, Spider. The Spider Love is back.
Hi.
I know.
We really got to work. We got to work on Spider Ron's moniker, because every week you stumble over what exactly you want to call him, because there was that Buddy Love somewhere in the Kenosha area that doesn't like the fact that we were calling Ron Buddy Love from that movie, The Nutty Professor. But so now he's the Spider Love
Something or other.
Spider, the Love Doctor, Love. At some point, you'll have to update your notes, Love Machine. There you go. Hey, I'm a Love Machine. Yeah, there you go.
Guys,
Spider to Love Machine. Something.
Fellas, this is not a place to air dirty laundry.
We're not airing any dirty laundry. I didn't mention the fact that Lenny Kitson was drunk that time drinking bottles of vodka on the show. Fell off and took off the map behind you.
That was pretty funny. That
was a great story 37 times.
Hey, how come how was the deal about getting your replacement?
Yeah. We're still working on it. Maybe by the time you get back from vacation.
By the way, we are one more show next Saturday, and then we're taking 2 off.
I'm not going to be here next week, so we're taking 3 weeks off.
Where are you going to be?
I thought we were taking the next 2 off.
I'm probably going to be here next week.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
It's the last Saturday in June and July 6th.
I know. I'll still be here next week.
Oh, well, okay.
In 2 weeks after that, I'll probably be training a replacement.
Coming up after the 11:30 break, our editorial segment, High Five Zingers and Doofuses, of which
done by the fans.
Done by the fans. 262-694-1050. I mean, I don't want to, be putting thoughts in people's minds.
You don't want to
think for themselves.
You don't want to think. I got it. All right.
Also, no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And if you happen to hang on to every word, Czechoslovakian, what was the other one?
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, they're not. They've already been mentioned, and those are losing words. So
it's true.
Race Pilaf also.
Yeah. The show is
Are
we still recording this for training purposes?
Yes.
Yep. So when you train your replacement,
they're going to come in here first
and have to.
They're going to have to physically be here. I'll show them what to do while we're all here together. You'll meet them, and then the fans will meet them. Well, the fan will meet them. It'll go swimmingly. It'll be like when I first started. Ideally, we won't have attractive women in the studio to give my replacement the wrong impression of what this show is.
We can arrange that.
If we can have like a really overweight guy and maybe a creepy father with a panel truck come in just to give him the right idea of what the show is.
Okay. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Hey, you guys taking submissions for Word of the Day?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Who's this first?
Submit, Brandon.
This is Brandon in Kenosha.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Long time listener, seldom caller, just because I tune in and I go, what the hell am I listening to?
That's okay. We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Successful.
It's good that this all works out.
I got 2 guesses.
Okay.
You only get one.
Crap, I got to combine them then.
Crap isn't it?
Close.
Backyard beaver.
That's not it.
Close.
That was Benny.
But no cigar.
Oh, yeah, Benny.
He's dead now, though.
He was roadkill last year.
He was roadkill last year. Okay, never mind. All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, Brandon. Have a good day, buddy.
I always get that. First time caller, last time listener.
Well, first time caller, he randomly calls, he randomly listens, and when he does tune in, he's like, well, all right, I don't know what I'm listening to. Moving on.
Well, I mean, if you're calling in for serious stuff, this ain't the place.
Right.
If you're calling in to get real news, this ain't the place. If you are calling us to apply at the Sugar Shack,
that might be the place.
262-694-1050. Hey,
Scott's looking for beefy bohunks. We'll give you his garage door code for easy access. Must know how to dust.
That could be a deal breaker.
Or a deal maker.
Anyway, after 11 o'clock, the top 10 Father's Day gifts here in Kenosha this year. And you know what I was going to do here?
Free passes to the Sugar Shack. Number 1. There's probably 11 got paired off in the cut.
I had this note here. The Kenosha County Dairy Breakfast is today.
It is.
And I was going to promote this at the top of the hour, but I had too many callers.
Right.
We got swamped.
You're busy.
And I'm just looking at this. It ran from 6:30 to 10:30.
Whoops.
So are we a little late?
Over.
And if you were at the dairy breakfast, I hope you had a wonderful time.
Yep.
And now, boys and girls, it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLIP within the last 60 days. We will now clear the phone lines.
Clear enough.
Clear enough.
I don't want to get in trouble. If somebody,
all right, fine. There you go. There will be no jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
I'm going to read the question, which, as always, is a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple-choice question. You will then get 3 somewhat intellectual answers to choose from. After that, you will hear and the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials to include reduced prices during the happy hours on Mondays through Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m., and enjoy a beautiful waterfront view and stop in for their big Sunday brunch, serving from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce, 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at boathousekenosha.com. All right, here is the very sophisticated question. What was the number one reason why the 19th Amendment passed, thus giving women the right to vote? A, Wally Mart was also having a 50% off sale on blonde peroxide. B, guys simply figured out that it was either voting or they wouldn't have sex for the rest of their lives. Or C, the 21st Amendment allowing women to drink just didn't seem like a good idea at the time. First caller, 262-694-1050. What was the number one reason why the 19th Amendment passed, thus giving women the right to vote? A, Wally Mart was also having a 50% off sale on blonde peroxide. B, guys simply figured out that it was either voting or they wouldn't have sex for the rest of their lives. Or C, the 21st Amendment allowing women to drink just didn't seem like a good idea at the time. We have a caller? I take that as a yes. Good morning, Aaron. Kenosha Today.
This is Brandon again.
All right, Brandon. All right.
I'm thinking that drinking wasn't considered a good idea.
All right, now hang on, Brandon. As long as you called, I'm going to build up the act for you.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, just so you know, Brandon.
You're not driving, are you, Brandon? Because I don't want you to fall asleep at the wheel for this, okay?
No, I'm on the road, but I'm always wide awake when it comes to Scotty Barter.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, good.
Man, I didn't wear my boots today. It's getting deep in here, buddy.
No, you got to follow me, Brandon. Don't run off the road. And don't get, if a cop pulls you over, don't mention my name because that won't end well for you.
That is a Bluetooth headset, guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good.
Just so you know, Brandon, that this is a very legitimate contest and that today's sophisticated question has been licked and sealed in an official Kenosha Today envelope and kept in a Long Island iced tea glass on Funk and Wagnall's porch since last night's production meeting. And you, Brandon, with all your powers, being the all-knowing, all-telling sage soothsayer and former Kenosha trolley driver, will ascertain the correct answer to this very sophisticated question. Right, Brandon?
Did you mention two-time failed mayoral candidate?
Trust me, it was in there somewhere. And the kitchen sink.
All right. What's your? Do you meet or want me to read the answers again?
Could you build up the act?
I thought C was the correct answer. They thought drinking wasn't a good idea at the time.
Hey, Brandon, that's a correct answer. So you didn't buy into the philosophy that guys just simply figured out that it was either voting or they wouldn't have sex for the rest of their lives. You didn't think that was a good.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
You think your wife's listening?
Probably.
I wouldn't go home right away then, Brandon.
Listen. The joke has been made. As soon as you said I do, I don't. I said I don't anymore, but I'll just leave it at that.
Well, it's the old saying, you're looking for that one girl in a million, then as soon as that happens, you start wondering what the other 999,999 are like.
Hey, what's her name? How's Berta doing these days?
Berta?
Weren't you getting married, Gertrude, or whatever her name was you were getting married to?
Oh, that was a couple years ago. I got left at she was supposed to come over the
50th
Street Bridge, and she was either drunk or I might have had one too many, and that never materialized.
She was on top of the bridge. She was underneath the bridge. They just couldn't figure it out.
She was replaced with a fine bohunk in Scott's garage.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Brandon, you're on fire today. You ought to call us more often.
Or not.
Somebody should probably put me out.
Put you out of your misery?
I'm usually out and about on Saturdays. I think I'll take you up on that.
Okay. Well, if you get home, just plead ignorance to your wife, and she may understand that.
I usually do anyways.
Can I take this call while you get his?
Yeah, sure. So, Brandon, hold on a second, and I'm going to get some more information from you, and then Scotty's going to move on. All right?
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second, buddy.
Good morning, you're in Kenosha. Oh.
And they hung up.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Problem solved for mine.
All right. Elmo, once you get to the Union Park.
Union Park.
Here's an article that for those that are looking just to waste a lot of time. Kenosha Unified.
listening today. Like the 2 hours.
Other than this.
Like the 2 hours of your life from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturdays.
And you can't get it back.
And when are we replayed? Noon to 2 on Sundays, and then on Spectrum
TV.
Cable Channel 14. Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at
See,
8.
you guys were
the coveted 2:30 a.m. slot on early Saturday morning.
See, I normally say that.
Yeah, I know. You forgot to do that at the top of the hour.
You guys were interrupting me.
Oh, it's all our fault, huh?
And
you've got 37 pages of notes, and you can't follow them?
Well, they're not in order.
They're in no order, I know, yeah. Hence the problem.
Anyway.
Moving on.
If you don't want to apply for the Sugar Shack.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You can, if you want to waste, more time.
More time.
This 2 hours. You can go to the Kenosha Unified School District, and they're looking for volunteers to serve on its planning, facilities, equipment.
Volunteers?
Volunteers.
So
audit.
they're not going to pay you?
That's the volunteer.
Never mind then.
Audit, budget, finance, personal, policy, curriculum, program committees, and prospective individuals should have a background related to the committee that they wish to serve on and a desire to share their professional experiences with the district. Elmo, they don't have a bar tab.
Yeah. A Long Island.
Anything about mayoral candidates in there anywhere? You could get right in, volunteer, offer your soothsaying wisdom.
And
no,
I could run somebody's campaign.
Right into the ground.
Hey, when Anthony Kennedy decides to run for mayor.
Yes, Mayor Kennedy.
Hey, Illinois, this Billy McKinney, I didn't know he was the mayor of Zion. He was on in the Hunting Guy show. And then, of course, there's the wonderful mayor of Gurney that we're going to meet eventually. For what reason, we're not sure.
I think that? Didn't you check your mailbox? I think there's a restraining order already from the mayor of Gurney. One of her constituents said that you talk about her incessantly on your show, and now she's worried for her safety.
Now, wait a minute. This is why we play disclaimers. And by the way, Gunga's the one that said she was a looker.
And then, there's that.
And, of course, am I responsible for Gunga? I suppose if he sits here,
Well, if you invite him in, yes, then he's your guest. And
Scott, you got to quit texting her the garage door code. That's why.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't want nobody going in there and stealing my box wine. $6.
I know.
For a couple gallons of rot gut is a little more than the budget can take. Good morning, you're in Kenosha.
There's a restraining order.
Who's this?
Hello?
Who's this?
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. This is Paul from Racine. How are you guys?
Yeah, very good, Paul.
Now, I missed the first, 20 minutes of the show.
No, you didn't miss nothing.
All the excitement was in the first 20 minutes. It's all downhill from here.
Shirley, Gunga, and Bubba all in a row.
Oh, so Bubba was on?
Yep.
I wanted him to talk a little bit about the history of, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To talk about the history of, fathers and Father's Day. So maybe he can call back and,
Boy, you just love throwing gas on the fire.
I do.
Yeah.
History of Father's Day here in Kenosha.
Hey,
right.
There's this ad for the Sugar Shack. Are you going to apply, or are you going to?
Oh, God, no. Nobody'd want to see that.
You'd be surprised.
You could be in the senior division.
Right. Well, I did shave my head, so.
Well, you know what? I
maybe that would help.
I was in this one time. I did it as a kind of a fundraiser, and I had a thong on. You don't.
They paid you to put the clothes back on, didn't they?
There's a great thrill of a little 80-year-old lady coming up with her cane and throwing change down your thong.
Your G-string.
Your G-string, yeah.
Is Anthony Kennedy going to be in this?
In his
lime green. Hey, there's a thought. I got to get this. Well, maybe he'll call in. And
Maybe that would be interesting to see if he would do this. What is this, a charity event for?
no,
the
this
Sugar Shack?
was years ago that
Part-time
I did this.
job.
This was years ago that I did that. So,
So what I want to know though is if Anthony Kennedy does run for the mayor of Kenosha at some point,
yeah,
what would be like his campaign slogan?
mashed potatoes and meatloaf.
No, I think a good one, and I'm plagiarizing here, but black by popular demand.
Yeah, that could work. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to have eventually. I think when the Ant-Man, Johnny Andranium, decides to pack it in, I think we're going to have a female emerge that's going to run.
Well, never mind.
Gurney has a female manager or mayor.
Manager, nice.
Well,
sometimes it's a city manager.
Geez, I misspoke. Okay, you don't have to
take you to task. I'm pretty sure that's the entire basis for the show.
I can't even pronounce her name, let alone get her title right.
Hey, I gotta ask you guys, how's K-Dog doing?
Good. Hey, get this. He's home all for this week, unsupervised. His wife does the school testing, and I think she's in Kansas. So, boy, this was just a miracle how this worked out. She leaves, and when she comes back, then he's going on a motorcycle trip for another week.
He's getting the signal out?
Yeah, he's got his new bike.
Yeah, he's got a new bike.
Oh, he did?
I'm glad his wife's not listening because I don't think she knows about this yet. It's called wifeable income or non-wifeable income.
Yeah, they're taking the ferry over to Michigan and then riding to West Virginia.
Yeah.
Speaking. Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Him and his boys.
Oh, what these guys do in retirement. You got to love it.
You know what he does? Now, for you married guys, if you're looking to kind of skate out for an afternoon, and now this is brilliant. You can't just keep telling your wife you're going to Menards or Lowe's because that doesn't work, especially when you come home with no receipt or anything and you've been there for 3 hours. But this is brilliant. He does this in the wintertime and he does it in the summertime. He goes in the side yard, starts his lawnmower, and then just leaves it running and comes to the boathouse for a couple hours. That's brilliant.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever, actually. I have to remember that one.
Well, now now that we've given women the right to vote 100 years ago, you got drastic, calls for drastic measures. So you're married?
Yes, I am.
Does your wife listen to this?
Yeah, she does. She's not listening right now, but she does.
What, do you got her locked up with duct tape in a closet?
No.
Is she?
It's like most households, I pretty much I'm told what to do, and I try to do it.
Does she drag
Some days I'm more successful than others.
How long have you been married, Paul?
Just what is it? 11 years now, I guess.
Well, okay. So you got your work cut out for you.
Well, in general, I think us men, we should just be lucky that women will have us.
Say that again. What are you talking about? We should be lucky for what?
We should just be lucky that women will have us with all of our shortcomings.
Oh, you are brainwashed. This is not going to end well.
No, you know what? I mean, literally, I'm out in the yard working, right? And we don't have kids.
Okay.
She just brought me my Father's Day gift. I thought that was really nice of her.
6-pack of beer?
No, it was some tools.
Oh, yeah. What says I love you more than, here, go to work? It's like, I know a guy one time, I've told this story, for Christmas.
Once or twice?
No, he bought her a scale. And then 2 years later, you know what he buys her in a stocking stuffer? New batteries.
Nice.
I don't want to mention the guy's name, but Spider, I can't mention your name, right? No. Oh, okay. So
he's not paying attention right now. He's busy doing a MeTV quiz.
Well, at any rate, since you're not going to apply for the Sugar Shack position, I'm going to. And,
okay, that would try to get Anthony Kennedy to do it too.
Boy, you just love to stir the pot, don't you?
I do.
All right, Paul, I got to go. Thank you for as always.
Cheers, guys.
All right. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Good morning. It's Irish Ruth.
Uh-huh.
Hello. Uh-huh. I had the most wonderful thing that I witnessed a few days ago. A 6-year-old put in the most fervent, incredible prayer for his dad. And this would be just a few days before Father's Day. His dad needs a hip replacement, and it's gone into his knees. And he volunteers for Auxiliary Coast Guard, and he's a Little League coach. And his job encompasses a lot of walking. And when I heard this 6-year-old praying to God that his father would get well. I thought if there is sins of the father visited upon the sons, so the guy with the hip and the bad knees and all that, as a scumbag, 2 years in Vietnam, Marine Corps father, who's the kid's grandpa, if prayers are answered, I think we got faith is a fighting chance. I think it's one of the most wonderful.
Lighten up on calling him former Marine a scumbag.
Oh, when you do against your own family, you're worse than a heathen and an infidel. So God has called him a heathen and an infidel. I guess I'm entitled to call him a scumbag.
You are not entitled to do anything.
Jeez.
We must have lost her there. That sense of entitlement just makes the phone line break. I don't get it.
Well, I was going to ask her before she hung up on us.
Well, before the phone line disconnected her for entitlement issues, yes.
I was wondering if somebody could make a prayer for me. Father's Day's prayer. Maybe somebody could call in a prayer for me.
I'm pretty sure the kids did when they were watching MTV. Holy moly!
Well, they wanted me to homeschool them.
I know. We nipped that in the bud real quick.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about how patriotic we were of giving women the right to vote. And when we get back, if anybody wants to do that, if anybody's got any questions about wasting some more time other than listening to this show. And you know what happened is those guys, when they volunteered committee to name the Bradford football stadium.
Right.
And they met for, months.
Months.
And then they went to the school board, and the school board didn't listen to them.
And went a different direction. So
why would anybody in their right mind want to volunteer for this?
Sink a bunch of time into something that they're not going to listen to.
Right.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Good morning, everybody. If you just joined us, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the June 15th pick-to-click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are live and local here at Pothole Central on this gorgeous Father's Day weekend. Looks like the rain not going to be here until about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Sure.
All right. I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Okay,
no, that was Pete. That's Pete on the weather. I'm okay with that.
You know, that speaking of weather people, there's that gal, Jess Ritka,
right?
Ripa or something, on TMJ.
Yeah, you talked
the
about
woman
her.
just can't stand straight.
You make that sound like a bad thing.
When you're doing the weather, you should stand properly.
Maybe the camera is off.
They all lean. Any weather person leans. Because they're doing a green screen.
If you just joined us, this is in our Kenosha Today Encounter Group. We are broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP. And we are being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barnes Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. As you know, we take serious journalism to an all-time high, spanning the globe, reporting on national and state stories, local issues, and basically we're just your go-to guys for fake news, kind of.
Right.
Joining us this morning, the Kenosha Today, the fixer, Elmo Schneider's in the house.
Good morning.
Hey, by the way, you weren't here last week. Some gal called in asking about you.
Oh, I wasn't here last week?
No, he wasn't here.
Yeah, I know. Why are you looking at me?
Well, okay, I'm looking at him.
I'm pretty sure I was here last week, whether I wanted to be or
Something
not.
about she was didn't get her shoes and sweater back. Do you know anything about that?
No.
I didn't comment. And what we know, we don't
Actually,
want to
he said a lot of things. He said the shoes and sweaters were at his house. She should stop by and gave her a garage door code.
Yeah.
They fit him nice.
Oh, did you hear that, Spider?
Yeah, I know what he had.
All right, we've got a call here.
No, the phone's ringing, yeah.
Okay. Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
Hello.
Hello, Scott, Wayne, and everybody.
Hey, Dennis.
How you doing?
Look at him. He's calling from a new phone line.
He's in the mall.
He's probably stuck in a parking lot.
That's my home phone.
Yeah, you're
that's why.
you're in the mall and probably
You got my
and
home
you're
phone.
not very clear. All right, go ahead. What's up?
No, I got the weekend off for Father's Day. But anyway,
Nice.
Which means you don't have to go to the mall. That a boy.
you know, you were talking about the Sugar Shack. On my resume, I kind of performed once at a knockoff, the Aspartame Shack, which is kind of a lower level Sugar Shack.
It's the basement of the Sugar Shack. Got it.
Is that like the minor leagues of
Male erotic dancing?
Yeah, you were in AAA. So, what was your special? What was your specialty?
Yes, and The good thing they used to do is lock the doors after the customers were in, so no one could leave during the show. That was always good. But I thought I'd ask you a question too about something going on with the legislature now. What are your thoughts on the road improvement tax pay by mile that they're pondering right now?
Well, Elmo probably knows a little bit more about that than I do, but go ahead, Elmo, if you want to tap in on that. Here it is. I got it right here.
Okay.
He hasn't read it yet, so he'll just read it to you verbatim.
Nearly 20, this is the governor's plan. He wants to raise $624 million. And apparently, I guess the original thing, wasn't it, Elmo, 8 cents a gallon?
Yeah,
and I don't think
he wanted to raise the gas tax,
yeah,
but
that's not
it's not in the budget that came back from joint finance. They raised the registration fees and
from 75 to 85.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the hell?
And if you got a vanity plate, those are 90. I'm sure those are going to go up a little bit. But
he was asking about where you'd have to report your mileage and then pay tax.
Oh yeah, that'll be creative. Yeah, that's not going to fly unless you want a lot of cheating going on. What do you think of it?
I think the pay by miles are a terrible idea. And first of all, it would be just Wisconsinites, right? I mean, somebody from any other state could drive through and use the roads.
That's correct.
They wouldn't be paying anything.
Oh. Well, that goes.
And then if you drove down to, what's going to happen when you drive down to Gurnee? Because you're from Wisconsin, are they going to separate the miles you drive in Illinois from what you drive in Wisconsin?
Right. Yeah, it's.
If I get this right, back in when they brought in the I-94, what's it called, the United States interstate highways. If you elected like Wisconsin did, you could take the federal money, but Illinois, if I got this correct, they thought they could do better and
with the tollway
versus taking federal money. So I don't know what's better or what's worse, but if I go down to Illinois and if I got to go to O'Hare, I got to go through a couple tolls. I think I have one of those automatic responders or toll deals.
The problem with the tollways, though, which is the case now in Illinois, is that it's only a break-even proposition. The expenses of maintaining, having the personnel and everything else, the tollway authority doesn't make a profit. So
did that enlighten you?
Well, yeah, and the siphoning off of the money by the middlemen. Yes.
Right.
Well, this is Illinois, I think 3 of their last 4 governors sat in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
So, lead by example, right? Hey, Dennis, what do you think?
Speaking of that, when you go over the border, I heard an interesting idea. Somebody called the show and said, instead of Wisconsin developing, like was talked about, its own tollway system, just have one toll at the border for people coming into the state from Illinois.
That's been discussed.
Yeah.
But it's, what do? You put them on the interstates. That's what they would do. So it just come up on a different road.
The toll booth idea in Wisconsin was vehemently protested by the Tourism Bureau because they thought like the place like the Dells and people coming up to Door County, they weren't going to pay that. So, but I've paid.
Well, you'll probably take 41 to Gurnee instead of 294.
Well, we could. Mm-hmm. But we have a problem because...
Why not? Why wouldn't you do that?
Take the back roads.
We probably would. Mm-hmm. That way they don't see us coming. We can turn down there and Homestern Road. What's it? Homeschool? What's the name of that when it goes there?
Old School Road or Stern School
Road.
Right. See? Okay. That one I'd take. And we're not real sure if the state of Illinois or the city of Gurnee is even going to let us in the county.
Now, in Illinois, they have a fun thing going on July 1st where the gas tax is going to go up 19 cents a gallon.
In Illinois?
Yep.
I didn't hear that. Wow.
It goes up 18 cents and then plus extra sales tax on it. So.
Well, if I'm ever a resident of Illinois, I'm going to have to do 3 shows a night at the Sugar Shack just to come up with extra money.
Extra change for the tolls.
You can't leave the state. You can't leave. You've got to have special permission to do your show because you can't leave the state because of your parole agreement, right?
Right.
I thought the what you call it, the things of that had gone by the
limitations.
Yeah, statute of limitations. I thought it was over. Oh well. Well, so you got big Father's Day. You got big Father's Day plans for tomorrow?
Pardon me?
You have Father's Day plans for tomorrow?
Not really. Just kind of take it easy. It's like I say, we're very fortunate, but it hasn't been that good of a health period. So
that's right.
I think we'll just kind of take it easy.
Oh, okay. Well,
everything came out very well, by the way, on all our stuff. So we're fortunate. We're very fortunate.
That's good. You're going to come see us at.
And by the way, Nancy loves Shirley too.
Oh. What am I?
Yes, that is exactly why we came to work today, just to hear that. Thank you.
That's why we came here today, just for that one reason.
Oh, thank goodness you were here for us.
Are you guys going to be doing any outdoor remotes this summer?
We were just thinking of that this morning. We might do one at Union Park Tavern.
Yep, they were talking about that last night.
And we might. We haven't.
All right, that's a good.
We just talked about this on the last week of July on the parking lot at the boathouse because they're going to put up a tent for some calypso music and stuff like that. So we might want to do that with the harbor in the backdrop. We just thought of it this morning. So anyway, we might. We'd like.
Well, that would be a good idea because I understand you've had a lot of success in the past in the parking lot at the boathouse.
In a red panel truck.
In a red panel truck, yeah. Well.
Yes.
Listen, I've had my moments, and so has my colleague here.
Only when the women can catch up to him. Some of them drag their feet.
The captain will be calling, and so I'm hanging on his call.
Oh, he's got a brand new pair of straps, suspenders. So, if we do that, I told Elmo if we do.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say underwear.
No, he hasn't gotten new ones of that.
Well, look on the bright side. If we do a show, listen to this now. At least Elmo won't fall in the snowbank. So we got that going for us.
That's true. That's true. Well, you guys have a good Father's Day.
All right.
You guys have a good Father's Day, and Wayne, do a good job with your trainee.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's okay.
Thanks,
right,
Dennis.
As I started to say, every young snot-nosed little kid's role model, our video coordinator, Spider the Love Doctor, is here, looking very yummy and spiderish.
I think he's sleeping over there.
You okay there, big boy?
Yeah, deal of the day, Amazon.
Deal of the day. And performing as both our engineer and board operator, Wacky Wayne embraces us with his presence. Any reason why the Lord should be weeping today?
Probably. But only if you tuned in for the last hour and a half.
Well, for those who haven't signed to like us on Facebook, you can just visit at the World Wide Web, and also the status of this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services, has yet to be named. And if you do happen to get lucky, we'll send you out a Boathouse $20 gift card. And normally coming up this half hour, Captain Mike will call us with his message of hope and desperation. And, hey, I almost forgot. You know what time it is?
11:16.
No.
And 27 seconds. 28 seconds.
This was written in her home
seconds.
office at Amen Corner on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, where gray hairs matter. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category. The top 10 Father's Day gifts here in Kenosha this year. Number 10, Orson Welles Salad Bar coupons. Number 9, the Don Amici Trolley to Nowhere train set. 8, a G.I. Joe Uptown Bulletproof vest. Number 7, the Adult Bookstore's Soap on a Rope gift set. Number 6, a tattoo that says, "Who's your daddy?" Number 5, Little Plumper's Big Wiener Grill set. Number 4, a kilo of Gungo's Big Boy Viagra pills. Number 3, a truckload of Clyde's Roadkill Camel Dung. And number 2, a pair of Captain Mike's Extra Large Surrender, the Booty Boxer Shorts. And the number 1 Father's Day gift here in Kenosha, the Uncle Scotty's Secret Remote Garage Door Opener and Spell Checker.
Yeah, you were quick on those.
Quick on the draw.
Boy, I just get
very premature. That special knee operation did nothing for your longevity.
I walked with a limp. Boy, I was really quick today.
I know.
Yep.
Did I do all 10?
Probably not. I wasn't hanging on your every word this time.
Well, why don't we go to Union Park Tavern there?
Oh, okay. We're early for that. But
oh, that's all right.
Union Park Tavern?
Thank you for asking.
Well, I see this blinking, and
I know.
I know you're up busy.
Trying to keep myself entertained.
You don't think the hilarity that Elmo and Spider bring?
Oh, the Union Park Tavern read? I can blank out during that one.
Here's the city council voted last week to install new lighting along Harbor Park Promenade at a cost of $865,000. And apparently they got to install new ones because the old ones, they can't find the replacements. So my question, maybe Anthony Kennedy would know the answer to this, is why would we wait till now to do this? We knew probably back in March that these were out.
Right.
And had we had them ordered and installed prior to August 1st when the tall ships come in.
The wheels of government turn slowly. It takes a long time to get that.
Plus, they still got to dredge
approved.
the harbor, so
Yeah, right.
you know.
Oh, that's
see if they can even get in.
You know, there's a big barge down there, and right now they're putting some pilings in along, I think by the Holiday Inn there, or the Windham or whatever it's called, and then some new pilings because they screwed this up over by the yacht club.
Yeah,
by that over there. So they got to redo that again. Nothing surprising here in Do-Over Kenosha.
Right.
But they tell me that same barge is going to.
Who is they?
City officials?
No, I got it from a very reliable source.
That's fine.
Guy in a red panel truck.
Sure, right.
So that they're going to start dredging pretty quick. They only got about 5 weeks or 6 weeks here. And again, my question is, the rules used to be you had to put the sand that you took out, you had to put it in a truck and
put it somewhere else.
But they're going to put it in a barge and take it down to somewhere down in the southern, like
Pleasant
Prairie, and just dump it in the water.
Sure. Put it back where they got it, so to speak.
I think there's some violations here.
You think so?
It appears that something's not right here in Denmark or Kenosha.
Well, I don't know.
Have you done the research to discover whether that is accurate or not?
No, but you know what, that deal, that's my zinger for today.
Oh, yeah?
I can't wait.
You have a zinger.
That was it.
Oh.
No.
So, anyway.
That's a cheap way out.
Yeah. You know.
Okay, I could do this. I could salute all you dads.
You could.
High five. This is a high five.
Look
to all
at you
dads.
go.
Boy, I'm on a roll now.
Making the show up as you go along. Good job, buddy.
That's what we always do.
Yeah, I know.
You know, again, the difference between Father's Day, I'm going to use the boathouse as an example.
Okay.
Because on occasion I happen to go there, you see.
You've been there once or twice, sure.
On Mother's Day, $22 for, more food than, for Mother's Day.
Right.
You got all the fixings.
Sure,
so
the whole shebang.
They're having, tomorrow, they're having the happy Father's Day.
Franks and beans?
Beans and Franks, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The catch of the day, that's me. I'm the catch of the day. I told a tow gal one time. She goes, "Yeah, more like catch and release."
All right.
Hickory ham, omelet station, American fries, bratwurst, and it's only
$32.50. $87.22.
Why isn't the price here?
$922.50.
Maybe they're not putting it in.
Oh, $14.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry. It was up here at the top. I didn't see it. $14.
Oh, it was at the top. God forbid. Why lead off with the price? You got a point there.
Go like this. Anyway, make a reservation, 262-654-9922. And tonight at 8 p.m., they're having a Z acoustic show. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
What's an acoustic show? Oh, that's just guitars, right?
Yeah.
Acoustic no, guitars. It's this stuff.
Yeah.
Get your later hosen on. We go dancing at the boathouse tonight. It shall be grand. All right, moving on. Look at the phones light up. You play some German music a little. Jawohl.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Hi, I just wanted to say that Irish Ruth is kind of a wacky. She calls every program there at WLIP and with weird things, always, commenting about where she's been, what she saw, and she calls Lou a lot in the, Kenosha's history, and she talks about things that don't even have to do with Kenosha's history. I'm surprised she calls I guess Lenny hangs up on her.
you know.
Well,
So-
we get disconnected for atmospheric conditions.
Atmospheric conditions on
Problems with the phone
Saturdays.
system.
There's a 430-foot tower in the back here, and sometimes Mr. Perry doesn't get up there and put enough tinfoil on there, so we lose her. But, you know, she comes off the wall with some of these things. Like, you know, she used to date Libby Custer, you know, General Custer's, and back in that day. So she hung around with that racy crowd.
I don't know. I think she just wants attention or something, or she's trying to become the next Shirley. I don't know.
It's good to have goals, I guess.
Yeah.
It's best if you don't contemplate the reasons behind her.
And just think, 100 years ago, we gave her the right to vote.
Yeah.
Well, I wish we had that one
Yeah.
back again, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that was my comment. I just wanted to say that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
Bye-bye.
He's just now figuring that out?
Well, he doesn't listen Saturdays very often, you know.
Well, you know, you got.
It's okay, though.
That's the beauty of the show. We don't necessarily censor you out, but you know, we know where the line is, and it just she can say whatever she wants. But when you start calling a guy a scumbag that served in the Marines in Vietnam, now you're across the line.
You know, whether he's a bad person or not, we don't know. And unless we've got backstory, you can't just come out and say stuff like that,
right?
And then say that you're entitled to say stuff like that. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You are not entitled to say that. You want to say it somewhere else, you go right ahead.
Boy, I like that side of Wayne.
Bring this to my neighborhood, and all of a sudden the phone line disconnects. Sorry.
I want to give a big shout out to KRS Painting Corporation. Again.
So, Ron, when you're painting a body in latex, do you charge by the inch or by the pore covered with the body latex?
By the hour.
By the hour. So a petite person would probably only take like an hour or two. Bigger person would take you a little bit longer. So
if
all
you were,
right,
if
I
you
got
were going to do Anthony Kennedy, you'd be there for a week. No, we're just joking. I mean,
No, you're
can't
not.
fall back.
Yeah, we can't fall back.
You always fall back to picking on Anthony's weight.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Here's an article. Data. Fatal fall remains high among Wisconsin's elderly. Lifestyle
Old people fall down. Okay.
Lifestyle hazards better reporting, according to advocates for the elderly. Last year, 1,393 residents aged 65 and older accidentally fell to their deaths. In 2017, I guess it was. And Wisconsin routinely ranks highest in the country for elderly fatal falls.
And Wisconsin also ranks highest in the country for alcohol consumption.
Well,
I think the two are mutually exclusive.
Number two, I think North Dakota.
Somebody took
beat
us
us
off.
out.
Yeah.
Good morning on Kenosha today.
This is Ganga again.
Yeah, man.
I challenge you to a body painting contest.
I don't know.
will paint Wayne, and you will paint Ruth.
Ron, you totally lost out on this one.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Are you accepting the challenge?
Sure. Is this watercolors
And
or
I will only use one finger where you can use all of yours.
I get Ruth, right?
Yeah.
That's correct. I get Wayne, right?
Do I get to?
Right, Wayne?
Sure. Let's paint it up.
Do I get?
Alrighty.
Hey, Gunga, and your little. Do I get to duct tape her mouth quiet?
No.
No. No one would violate the camel.
Well, I can tell a lot of thought went into this
Fuck
call.
with Ruth, and then you'll like it. If I have to get reprimanded on the radio, I shall reprimand you too. Have a wonderful day, gentlemen. Make some money.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Get reprimanded. He did. He got called to task.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
I missed it.
And anyway, Wisconsin routinely ranks highest in the country for elderly fatal falls. Well, you know what? It's one thing. Suppose, hypothetically, I'm standing on top of the bridge, 50th Street Bridge, and some gal who might be upset with me comes and pushes me off. And even...
Some gal upset? Don't worry. She can't catch you.
She would if she got a 45.
She got that leg behind. Yeah. Take her forever to catch you, buddy. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I still got the old legs. I can run with the best of them.
That's right.
Just don't ride a bicycle away.
Yeah, don't pedal away. You'll be fine. Walk fast. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I should have told those guys.
It'll be like a Pepe Le Pew story.
I should have told those guys that somebody was shooting at me. at Library Park.
Right.
And here's what happens. This why Wisconsin ranks high, because of the rates of obesity, which make you more unsteady, as well. Now, this I don't understand. Higher rates of alcohol.
Well, you said that.
Consumption.
Oh, consumption.
We're
here in
number 2.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's numero dos.
That's per capita.
Right.
For brandy, right?
That's per capita for alcohol consumption.
Period. Everything.
Brandy, beer, whatever your little heart
whiskey.
I don't drink hard.
Bathtub gin, whatever it is.
Box wine.
Box wine. Anyway,
Iced tea,
this group of Healthy Aging's, Wisconsin Institute for Healthy Aging's executive director say they are working to prevent falls through home modifications, medication medication reviews, vision screening, and a program called Stepping On.
The dog?
Stepping on.
Stepping on the banana peel.
Stepping on the cat.
I don't know that I want anybody, I'm going to have to do any home modifications. Taking care of my medication, I suppose, but I don't take a lot of drugs.
Yet.
In fact, I don't. I just take vitamins.
I said yet.
I'm a perfect health.
You're a picture of health?
For a guy that's 130.
Right.
And vision screening, what's that? They got to come over and visit with me or something?
They make sure your eyeballs
You can
work.
see.
Oh.
Yeah, vision,
okay.
Vision screening, not like can you see the future vision?
I thought
you got your crystal balls out? What?
I thought they were referring to like vision when you're like over point of weight.
Oh, well,
yeah.
No, you are not a vision. Don't you worry.
Double vision.
Yeah.
Hey, we're way past the Trumps, but we got to take our last break. And
let's do that.
If everybody wants to come back, what?
If you want to.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love.
Gunga, from Scotty to Gunga, from me to you. We are back and heading down the home stretch on the Kenosha Today trolley ride this morning. If you just joined us, this is the June 15th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Good news is we are still here broadcasting live to over 1.4 million people residing here in the Kenosha Today Nation. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, the ever-loving Elmo, the Fixer.
Good morning.
And from a galaxy far, far away, far, far away, beyond Sturdivant, Spider Dome, from Spider Dome, the Spider Love. Boy, I'm all over the place with
His
this
name is Spider Dome. He is from Spider Love. He likes to lick the paint.
We bend over and say thank you.
There's a lot like that.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Yeah, right.
Along with our engineer board operator, Wecky Waynes, joins us.
Best of luck to you, people, Wisconsin.
Should have let that go. This is my weather report.
No, that was just a quick thing.
We are here each and every Saturday morning from 10 a.m. until noon. And also, if you happen to miss our Saturday show, you can tune in to AM 1050 WLIP tomorrow at noon and relive all the magic on Father's Day of this morning's broadcast. And don't forget to join the Kenosha Today Nation and like us on Facebook. The status of the Secret Word Challenge to win $20 Boathouse gift card from Barter's Financial Planning Services is still yet to be named. Elmo, you want to give a hint?
Sure, I have a hint here.
That's close enough.
Good enough.
This word is used to describe Captain Mike's boxer shorts.
Oh, jeez.
He was upset yesterday because he thought we made fun of him.
Yeah.
He thought? What, he doesn't listen to the show?
It just sunk in.
This morning's headliner, this would normally be, we do high fives, singers and doofuses.
At some
but
point in there,
I
yeah.
already gave a high five
Right.
to all the dads. I also gave a zinger to who those people, the city, for putting up the lights on Harbor Park too late. And see, by the time they get around to redoing it, it'll be into December.
Right.
So you got to have some lead time.
You would think.
And if anybody wants to call in with a doofus, 262-694-1050. This was an article that was in the paper. Oh, I don't recognize that number.
Something that was in the
You need
paper.
to
I
turn
don't
your phone
recognize.
off.
I got it.
number.
Easily distracted.
I just want to make sure who's any hateful text messages.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
because
be prepared.
even when you get them, you don't mention them on the air. So what's the point?
Right.
You just
Why don't
all
you
of a
just
sudden
review 'em after the show?
all of a sudden it's like, so Elmo, there I was at the boathouse.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Squirrel.
All right, here back to the.
Anyways, what was going on?
Well, this is the county plans inmate video requests. And
Yes.
they used to have
Video visits.
in-person visits at the detention center are going to be replaced. And I guess it would be like video recording this.
Right, you'd be like Skyping.
Right.
Skyping?
Yep.
I know it's a technological term that you were behind on. Don't worry, it's a video conferencing
That's
device. Yeah.
That's where you have a little screen and you look at the.
Yeah,
thing.
basically that's what they're doing. You're going to be sitting, in your cell or behind bars, and you're going to be able to watch your loved one talk to you on the video screen, and they're going to get the same thing, and it'll be a back and forth instead of having people come down to the detention center and get the mumps.
Here's one.
You'll be able to you'll be able to stay home and not get the mumps.
Here's one flaw in your. Actually, two flaws.
And it's not my plan. Please don't put this on me.
Is that one? I don't intend to go to jail, and two.
No one
I don't
ever
have
intends to.
I don't have any loved ones.
Well, you got a daughter that keeps coming down to the boathouse, brings your grandkids with.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mold them into my image.
Oh, jeez. We get to go play golf and hang out at the boathouse? All right, I'm in.
Who needs the fourth grade? Anyway, I guess this is going to save money, and I suppose it would.
And you don't need to do math to be an accountant? I'm in.
I guess. Oh no! They are going to charge. This is going to be a moneymaker. $4.
jeez.
$4 for a 10-minute visit. $10.
It's a good thing you read this before you got here
25-minute.
today.
I did.
I know. I could tell.
Look at that. I still got highlights.
Highlights.
And
that you're just reading.
$4 for 10 minutes. That's more than I got to pay on the 1-900 number. When
Sure.
I call in and get that stuff. So this is a deal. This is a savings.
Yeah.
Stay off the porn and
you get the right person on the other end of the line. It could be very good for you.
Some guy named Walt.
Right. In lime green stretch pants. It's exactly what you need to get through the night, my friend.
Walt, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing tonight, Walt? No, with the video conferencing, you'll be able to see what Walt is wearing.
That's right.
He'll take the camera and the full body. Look at you get all excited. You got a little bead of sweat right there. You're going to be all okay. Are you looking at that beefy bohunk picture again?
It's Walt, not his real name.
Yeah, right. Now, of course, not his real name.
Some bovine perspiration appearing on his upper lip.
Meat sweats. Oh, God. Look at that sexy piece of meat in that commercial.
Hey, what? God didn't put me here to get ridiculed by you guys.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens every week. The week it doesn't happen is the week that God weeps.
That's the 2 weeks we're off.
The 2 weeks we're off. Yeah. If we air replays for those 2 weeks, you can listen to the ridicule you've suffered in the past. Relive the magic, Scotty.
Is that a phone call for me?
You know what? It is a phone call for you.
Oh, good.
Somebody talking about underwear, I'm sure.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha.
Underdog talking about underwear right here. You know.
Hey, what's the new in your world?
Oh, well, the mermaid, I got a text that she called me. And then, I don't know, somebody that was really out there, I haven't seen him in a long time. He stopped by and all kinds of text messages. Normally nothing.
Can I tell?
Since your show been on all kinds of stuff.
Can I tell what the item you brought in a little plastic bag and put it on the bar? Can I tell everybody what that was? Or do you want to?
I don't remember. What was it?
It was a flannel shirt that you were going to give the gal called the murderess.
Yeah, I was. You wanted it. I think, I gave her one before, and she seemed to like it. It would. I liked it. Just too small for me. It's.
What woman doesn't like flannel shirts?
Jeez, I don't know. Eva Gardner, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I don't. Emma was.
Did I get it?
Emma was sitting next to me, and I don't know if you noticed that bag was moving. There was something in there.
I should have washed it. I found it lying someplace.
Well, somebody
covering a bum in an alley. That's what it was.
When you went to the bathroom, somebody took
a muscatel on there.
When you went to the bathroom, somebody took it out, and that flannel shirt just stood up in the corner by itself. So I don't know what that was about. So she.
Well, you got to hide sometimes if there's no bathroom around.
So she jilted you, huh?
Yeah, she explained it.
I hate
She
that
explained it.
when women break off dates like that. Boy, there's no shame in this world.
You think you get used to it, you know. I remember when I went away to college and my parents moved. I think I'd be used to this stuff by now, but what are you going to do, you know? Anyways,
yeah,
the secret word, magnificent. Is it magnificent? I just heard the show and I caught that part, you know.
Well,
what would you
you're
describe
close.
me in my boxer shorts?
Give the hint again.
What? This word is used to describe Captain Mike's boxer shorts.
And you said magnificent, right?
Magnificent. Yeah, what do I win? Oh, come on.
It's not the word, but you're close.
It's not the word, but...
Uncle Scotty, I want some. Give me Uncle Scotty, I want a prize. Go ahead.
Quit making fun of me.
Okay.
Well, you were pretty close, but that I can't give it to you, though.
Okay, well, I'll let the show go on. I'll be listening for comments and compliments, no doubt.
No doubt.
Let the show go on.
Lots of compliments, buddy.
Is that a 10? Okay, you guys take it easy.
See you at the conference. Yeah.
See you, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Boy, that's if I brought in a flannel shirt in a pack, like a plastic bag,
right?
I certainly wouldn't put it on the bar.
No.
And then order a glass of water.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you should have rinsed it out in a pitcher of water. Anybody want to play Stump the Chumps? 262-694-1050. If you have a trivia question or a song title, and if you beat us and you're successful, we'll come up with a
come
prize.
up with something for you.
We'll let you walk in the 4th of July parade with us at Summers.
Yeah, a mile and a half on hot asphalt.
Throwing gravel at the children.
Yes. Yeah, come on.
Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
I don't think all these snot-nosed little kids need encouragement.
That's okay.
They got their mommies and daddies for that. But we do have a couple hundred of flags, big flags, and then another...
couple hundred little flags?
Of the little flags.
Okay.
And plenty of Tootsie Rolls.
Nice.
And some of that peppermint hard candy.
Oh, very exciting stuff you find at your grandparents' house in a little candy dish right there.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
It's just that... Boy, he's wound up now, isn't it? You know, it's kind of a shame that when the kids start throwing the candy back at you, that doesn't. But
you're not giving out full-size Snickers. Take this Tootsie Roll back.
You cheat.
Well, you know, you can tell somebody else had the same idea because we're pretty much in the front part of the parade,
right?
But when we get to almost to the end, you can see all the unpicked up stuff that we're throwing out.
Tootsie Rolls are the cheapest,
yeah.
so everybody throws.
We should pick those up and recycle them and use them again
totally
next time.
reuse them. That'll teach those kids.
Hopefully, it won't be 100 degrees like it was last year.
Yeah. Where am I at here? Oh,
oh boy!
This 2 hours just flew past.
Yeah.
Here's a story. You can tell I'm getting to the bottom of the pile.
No, we're getting to the bottom of the pile already.
A visitor in a Canadian museum was able to crack the combination to a safe that had been locked up for 40 years. Apparently, they lost the combination.
Sure.
And so this guy goes in. This is how secure this was.
Right.
40 years, they couldn't get it open. 30 seconds, this guy's got it open.
Sure.
So why am I bringing this up?
Well, what was in the safe? Is it important?
The contents in the safe were of historical interest, but no real value.
Captain Mike's boxer shorts.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's a whole
licked
collection
and sealed and put in a Funkin' Wagnalls
safe
since noon today.
In a museum in Canada.
Here's a thought that I might participate in this one. It's a Utah-based company is offering to pay someone $1,000 if they can complete a simple challenge downgrading to a flip phone for a week. What they're going to do is you have to get rid of you're going to trade in your smartphone for a flip phone for 1 week, and one brave soul to willingly give up my smartphone for a full 7 days. Now, what if you don't have a smartphone? So
then you wouldn't be capable of, they wouldn't accept your application to be part of this experiment.
They also,
Thank you, Ron.
They also receive a survival kit that includes roadmap, a pocket phone, a notepad with a pen, and a pair of 1990 era CDs to make the flip phone experience extra nostalgic. Well, I don't know. It's a promotion.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd totally do it.
For $1,000. You know, we're just trying to give away a secret word here for $20, and we give $25 to City and Jeopardy winners. So maybe we should come up with the.
You gonna get the boathouse to pony up the dough on that one? Because the Lord knows they give out a prize every week, whereas your secret word is Ecclesiastes or something obscene like that. I'm not paying out on this one. Yeah, Czechoslovakia. Gulag 19.
No, Ecclesiastes does not describe Captain Mike's barter short.
No, barter short? Yeah.
He made an error.
No.
He made an error. Do you criticize him? No.
Mike and his barter shorts. What, is Scotty getting his face printed on shorts and giving it to Uncle Mike?
He's got me monogrammed.
Yeah, right.
Right between the hearts.
No, I was going to say, for a biblical thing, it's more like Lamentations.
Here's another story that's probably
It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. There's no other word to describe the show, so that's what I'm telling you so. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I played that one.
Yep. I thought we were going to play On the Flag, and you come up with that?
16 seconds is way better than 3 minutes.
Right.
I got to do 2 hours of Scott. I don't need the breaks to come with Scott, too.
All right. Now, here's another blockbuster story that will interest no one.
From the bottom of the suitcase.
You know who Ludwig van Beethoven was?
I don't know him personally, but I recognize the name.
They had a lock of his hair for 200 years in some kind of safe. And they were going to auction it off. They were going to auction it off for between $15,000 and $19,000.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, this as a moneymaker, I could take a lock of my hair
and claim it was Beethoven's.
Wasn't he the guy that lost the ear?
No, that was Van Gogh.
Oh, painter.
Beethoven was the composer.
He was deaf.
That couldn't hear.
What?
Exactly.
You know, speaking of that, I am an organ donor.
I bet.
There's an organ thing on my...
It's part of your knee operation. You have to donate it every couple of days.
And...
just been a few years since you donated last.
You know, you guys laugh. In the event of my demise, Elmo and K-Dog are emceeing this.
Oh, it's going to be like a meat raffle?
Well,
we got a kidney! $19,000! Go nuts! New kidney for you! All right.
Meat raffle. That's an idea. Hey,
sorry, we cannot give you his liver. That son of a gun is done. That will not help you now.
You know, you think that's funny. What
I don't think it's funny.
What they had
come up with these
suggested,
things. Yeah.
They wanted, I was going to have my ashes put in a little urinal there.
A urinal?
I mean, a little
meat raffle. You're going to be in the urinal. It'll be like you never left the boathouse, Scotty. Good job, buddy.
Well, they want to put me in an open casket.
Oh, geez, no.
And they were going to put one of these spit guards, you know, that you put on at the salad bar.
Right, yeah.
And here's somebody calling in, probably condolences already.
Well, they want to guess a secret word.
Oh, good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning. I would like to jump the stumps.
Sure, go ahead, Mr.
Good luck, old crow.
Okay. The question is, who has gone the longest without changing their underwear?
Oh,
Captain
okay.
Mike, Goober Palmer, or Gunga Dung?
Without changing, huh?
Now, without changing.
Okay, now, for a point of clarification, just turning them inside out, that don't count, right?
Oh, no.
Well, I was gonna have to go with Captain Mike because he just turns his inside out, so that's not considered a full change. What's yours?
I'm going with Gunga.
Gunga? Wayne?
Captain Mike, for sure.
Spider?
Mike.
Okay,
I'm outvoted.
I guess.
Well,
Irish Ruth.
She hasn't changed any of their underwear.
Boy. So, well, anyway. Did we win?
The real answer is all of the above. They started a contest 25 years ago today as to who could go the longest without changing, and they're still all in the running. So,
good.
Boy, you hope they don't have the runs because that's going to be some really ugly-looking underwear. All right. We're getting real goofy now. But, hey, are you going to go dance with me out the Sugar Shack? They're hiring.
I do already.
Oh, you do? Can I use your name as a reference?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course, no problem.
Do you go by, when you dance out there, do you go by Old Crow or do you got a different stage name?
Old Crow. Yeah, that's good enough.
So you do 3 shows, 8, 10, and 12?
Well, yeah. Trouble is, instead of 6-packs, I got a barrel.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's what you should change your not your username, but that's your stage name.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pony keg ads.
Yes, pony keg. All right. Okay, Mr. Crow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roll out the barrels.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Yeah, I'll go out to the Sugar Shack with you, Scott.
Andy, my one lost love. Man, thank you very much. I knew you'd step up.
Kennedy fat jokes, by the way. Thanks a lot. But
what else is
I
new?
to get insulted. There's a lot of people in my life that give me compliments and appreciate the things I do, and that just gets tiresome. So from Saturdays from 10 to noon, I just got to get my ego taken down a couple of pegs here. So I really appreciate this.
Anthony, you're still acting as mayor?
Scott,
yes.
I think we got a really good act out at the Sugar Shack. You and I come out butt naked, and people throw money at us to put our clothes on.
There you go.
Geez, we'd be throwing hundreds. Hey, and then we'll have Elmo come out with a big plate of mashed potatoes and meatloaf for you.
He couldn't stay away, could he?
I'm sorry. I just was kidding. We were just trying to help you out here. Yes.
Yeah, if you die, I don't think any of your organs are going to be worth anything, dude. I'm sorry.
They're not worth anything now.
I turned 70 in a couple months here, so.
By drinking, you don't preserve your liver, right? That's not the way you preserve your liquor.
You know what?
Your liver,
that,
right?
that whole drinking thing is a real myth. I mean, that's just
the fact that you do it.
No, that's I don't.
I'm pretty sure that's not a myth.
I might take a can of beer, a little glass of wine. I told
out of the box before you drink all the rest
of them.
Is there
an organ in your body that generates humor? Because that one's not used at all. So that would probably be...
There's one left there, Anthony, but I don't think we want to go there. It hasn't been used in a very long time.
Hey, and Captain Mike's underwear, is the word enormous? Is that the secret word? I was thinking...
Not quite. Not quite.
Oh, okay. All right. How about those... Is it like... the old-fashioned one-piece union suits?
What's?
No, it's boxer shorts.
Underwear.
Boxer shorts. No, he's got some real snappy stuff. Not that. So I've heard.
Scott's seen it all.
And then finally,